Hi, I'm Dean Kay. Welcome to Peak Performance Guitar's beginner guitar course. What we're going to learn today is how to learn and practice new chords. Today we're just going to go over C, G, E minor, and D. And hopefully you already know these chords, but I'm just going to show you how to practice them so that you can get them ingrained into your hands. You can build muscle memory in your hands and be able to switch between chords smoothly, easily, and get your hand thinking in chords instead of each single note of the chord. I'm going to show you what I mean. Right now, if you're a beginner and you're just learning the C chord, this is how everybody starts out. Okay, for a C chord, my first finger goes on the second string on the first fret, and then my second finger goes on the fourth string on the third fret, and then my third finger goes on the fifth string of the third fret. And I play the top 5 strings. And that's how every beginner learns to play the C chord. What we want to do is get your hand thinking just C, and it just grabs it as one. Okay? And let's say the next chord is a G. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the C chord and we're going to play it. And then we're going to grab the G chord, change to the G chord, and then we're going to play that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the C chord and we're going to play that again. And then we're going to go back to the G chord, play that. I call this doing sets, just like you do in athletics, where you just do the same thing over and over again, whether it's lifting weights or doing some kind of gymnastic move or practicing a certain play in baseball or football or basketball. You do it, it's called doing sets, doing repetitions. You do it over and over again. And what I suggest is you start out with sets of 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you do that 10 times. You start out with sets of 10, and you gradually, well not gradually, pretty quickly, within 2 weeks you should be up to sets of 25, and maybe doing 4 sets a night of 4 sets of 25 a night, so you're doing 100 of those changes every night, so that you get your hand thinking C and G, and you're transitioning between the chords very easily. Now, this same concept works with playing the chord progression in a song. Let's say you're playing a song and the chord progression is G, E minor, C, and D. You simply play through that chord progression, and that's 1. Then you do it again. G, E minor, C, and D. That's 2. And you do that 10 times, and you work your way up to sets of 25 again. And the whole point is building muscle memory in your fretting hand so that you can transition between chords super easily. You just want your hand thinking G, E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D. See how my hand is moving as one? Each finger moves at the same time. I'm not moving my fingers one at a time. They're all going at the same time to grab the chord. They're not thinking of how each chord is made up. Each finger is not thinking of its own job. The entire hand is thinking C, G, E minor, D. It's just thinking that way. And everybody starts out moving one finger at a time. The trick is to get your fingers moving as quickly as possible as one, being a unit, a team, right? Getting them to obey you the first time, every time, however you want to say it. Now, I've used this concept for years and years and years. I remember 10 years ago, in early 2006, I learned this new chord, B minor 9. And it was so pretty. I loved the sound so much, my mouth is already watering, that I immediately wrote a song using that chord. The problem was I couldn't play the chord transition. It was B minor 9 to G, B minor 9 to C major 7. And I couldn't play it, but I'd written a song using it. And so what I did over the next 2 weeks, I did between 200 and 300 sets of changes, two or 300 changes. I only did 8 to 12 sets because I was doing sets of 25. But I did 200 to 300 changes every night for the next 2 weeks because I wanted to play this song live because I liked how it sounded. I really liked that pretty sound there with the B minor and then to the G major 7. I really liked, and I wanted to play that song live so badly that I just pushed really hard, and 200 to 300 changes a night. Within 2 weeks, I was playing it. That year, that became one of the most popular songs that I did that year. Became one of the most popular songs I've ever written, easily in the top 15, and the audiences were loving it immediately. It's called My Piece, and the way I got there was by doing sets of chord changes. So I encourage you, grab onto this, start using it now. You'll be using it for the rest of your guitar playing life, and you'll be glad you did. This is the way to get to where you can change between chords quickly and easily and smoothly and in time with the music, which is what we're going to start working on next week. So I'm Dean K. Thank you for joining me with the Peak Performance Guitar Series, and have fun, make music.